Okay, hello everyone. My name is Ankit Tuteja. I'm coming from the capital city of India, New Delhi. Currently working as a global quality manager in Valeo, an automotive tier 1 supplier based out of the beautiful city Prague, Czech Republic. So, to start with, what was my struggle or pain? Well, I wouldn't say that it was a pain, but more of a struggle. And that is not only for me, but for almost everyone who has moved, to a new country outside their home country, outside their comfort zone, is getting integrated into the culture that we move to, so that's to make it our home, not personally, but professionally as well. Especially if you come at a position in which you are responsible for handling teams based out of different countries, based out of different sites, you really need to understand the background they come from, the traditions they come from, the cultures they come from, so that you can do your best to create a very comfortable environment for your team so that they can give 100% in their job, 100% in their work, and 100% whatever they do. So yes, for me, I would say the major struggle that I had in the past is to understanding so many nationalities, so that let's say I can create a safe working environment and a safe space where everyone can open up to me and talk any topics, whether it is related to work or non-work, and create a better working environment for my all the team members that are working within my department. Okay, next thing is, what are my desires that help me to elevate my pain basically. So in the beginning it was really tough, I'll be very honest with you, before going deep into the outside culture, especially if you are in a land where you don't understand their language. So to understand what they are saying on day-to-day basis is something, the first thing that you would like to do to create your own comfort zone, or which I would call it as to create a nest in which we can lay our eggs for the future, right? So since beginning my intentions were really clear that I'm here for a long run, hence my goals, my objective both personally and professionally were set accordingly. So it was not like I'm here for a few years, I will explore this and explore this world, this new phase, and then I will see where I want to go. So everything was really clear to me that I'm here for a long run and for the long game, especially. Where exactly I want to be when everything is said and done. Well, for sure there is no end to our desires. Okay, there's a desire every other day, every other week, to have a good house, to visit some country, to have best things for our kids, for our family. But for sure, when I hit the age of 60, I really don't want to have any regret. Oh, I wish I could have done that, or I wish I could have visited that country, something like that. So for that, I make sure I have a bucket list, both professionally and personally, and I make sure with the target dates, because having a bucket list is one thing. Oh, I want to travel the world, yeah, for sure, but then when, so having a bucket list along with the set end dates is something very, very important that I would recommend. That is what I learned, from my experience, and this is what I recommend everyone, that having a bucket list along with the end dates, it's something that everyone should have, and this is what I have, and this is something I follow very closely and very regular basis. Okay. Okay, so what epiphany did I have that, make me realize that, oh, okay, this is the time that I want to change, I wouldn't say not exactly an epiphany, but I remember a drive when I was going from Prague to Germany with my previous manager, Linda Merrill, and it was like a 6 hours of drive, and we were just talking on continuously on different topics like culture, traditions, religion, different values, different family traditions, that some are conservative, some countries are not conservative, on many different topics we were talking about. And then I realized in the night when I finally reached my hotel, and there were so many things. I would say that I was kind of in a writer's block, having no creative ideas from a very long time. But I remember when I reached the hotel, I just realized, or you can say it an epiphany, that there were so many questions which were not answered, or which was blocking my mindset in the past, that were really answered in that long 5 to 6 hours of conversation. But that was not only answered, but that actually driven me to have to, let's say, rethink many things that were blocked in my mindset, and in a really new way, or in a really new perspective. So I would still remember that journey that was done of 5 or 6 hours of drive, really opened up my mind, and really pushed me outside my comfort zone, on the edge, to think something really differently. That drive, as I said, really didn't topped me there. Actually, that was the starting point for me, career wise as well, growth wise as well. That really, let's say, made me realize that okay, there are some things that I really need to start from scratch. There are some things that I really need to do it differently, both personally and professionally. And I would really at this point thank Linda Merrill for that, let's say, very impromptu drive that happened, very unplanned thing. But that actually realized me that I really want to work really closely with Linda, and the same I approached her. I remember back in 2017 or 18 that I really wanted to work with her, and then she made sure that we work on some projects together, so that I can learn a lot from her. And the main things that actually I wanted to learn from her is how to handle the teams which are based out of different culture, different type, different parts of the world, to bring them together so that they can be as open to each other as two people sitting just next to each other, in the office space, something like that. So though only we worked for almost an year together, not that much, but I would be very honest with you, that was the best learning experience I had since I moved outside my comfort zone, or I would say outside my home country. you know and this actually made me realize that though we are sitting at different parts of the world, still our basic values, I would say, our basic work environment, basic culture, they are still the same. It's only things we just need to realize what background the person is coming from, or what values is he having, so as to let's say get into his mindset, and do things really differently. Yeah. So there were many obstacles. I won't say there's only one or two obstacles, but I remember throughout my time that I worked with Linda, there were many obstacles, mostly resulting in the conflict between the two parties, especially if the two parties are based out of different locations, because then, you cannot invite both the persons in one room, in one meeting room, and sort out the things. It doesn't work. You have different time zones, you have, technical issues on the calls or something like that, and then you face a lot of troubles in getting situations getting conflicts resolved on time. One very very important thing that I learned from Linda is, it could be like what you see as a 6 could be 9 to the person standing opposite to you, right? Which means you really need to put yourself in other person's shoe to see what exactly his point of view. Because this is personally what I have realized in the past few years, most of the time both the parties are right. It's the only the fact that we really need to understand the mindset and perspective of the person in front of us. We need to sometimes keep our ego issues aside and really think that okay, this person is saying that, but why? Okay, this is the reason. Okay, and then you have to maybe re-explain it, or make him understand, or make yourself understand the situation in a different manner. Okay, trust me, this is something I more really learned from Linda. That just without jumping to a conclusion, jumping to or reacting something, or you got an email and you're just replying it, just try to understand what is the reason behind it, because most of the times this will automatically solve your problem. If not, then at least you now have a background of it, and then you can resolve it in a really different and really much better manner. And trust me, this is the learning, not only officially, I use it personally as well, and in a day-to-day basis. So yes, this is one of the really big, let's say, help that I really got from her in terms of obstacle, let's say, overcoming. So where exactly am I right now with my face? So right now I'm super busy with my 3 months old baby. Okay, and trust me, that's the biggest thing, or I would say the biggest change that happened in my life, and it has made me a much more calm person that I was really before. And I would say as of now I am at the best place personally and professionally, career wise. And yes, checking out my bucket list, and as of now no major backlogs. So yes, really meeting timelines and end dates, not only professionally but personally in my bucket list as well.